right. Pisces. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Let me see what the situation is for my Pisces, please. What's the deal for Pisces? What's the situation? We're going to go into the third week of October, please. The Knight of Pentacles, Justice, Knight of Cups. All right, guys. So I want you to understand this is a general reading for the general public. So I'm going to read for both instances in regards to work and your love lives, or in general, your relationships that you have with friends, family, etc. Now, I prefaced it like that because you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups talks about having a heart-to-heart conversation here with somebody. So you go and you call them and you say, hey, let's meet up for coffee. Let's meet up for drinks and let's have a chit-chat about our feelings. It could very well be about justice. So maybe some of you could be getting... Justice is court, guys. I'm going to rip off the Band-Aid and just be honest with you. It could be about divorce. It could be about marriage. It could be about child support. It could be about settling something here in court. Now, the decision will be fair, balanced, and honest for all parties involved. But you're going to move forward slowly but cautiously, okay? If it is not court involved, it is talking about bringing some justice in regards to your situation. Right? Making things fair, making things balanced. And you're attempting to do that, Pisces, by having this heart-to-heart conversation here with someone. It's interesting because you're going slow and cautious, as you should, but there's a little bit of stalking over here. So I don't know who's doing this, whether it's you or your person. What's coming in towards Pisces, please? So this could go in any realm of your life. I have a King of Cups here, somebody here with a lot of fire in their sign. I also have Cancer card here with the Chariot. What's going on here? So the King of Wands, this is the opposing energy. This isn't you. This is your other person. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be a fire sign, guys, but they are somebody who is very charismatic, passionate, creative, attractive, and whatever's going on with them, they're extremely focused on something. Now, the interesting thing about this person is that they're in the upright position, which tells me they're available to you. They're not somebody you broke up with or somebody who wants to not do something here with you. They're a king. A king in an upright position tells me this person is in it to win it. They're here. They're in this space. They're available regardless of what's going on in your worlds. Right? But they seem to be focused on something regardless of the positive or the negative. Now, that could be you because cards are energy and it can be vice versa. Maybe you're focused on something. Maybe you're focused on this situation with this person. But I see the blocks. I see the obstacles. I see the fighting. I see the issues. I also see a one-night stand here for somebody. Yeah, I said it. But let's see, because I want to see how this turns out, because I'm starting to feel, Pisces, that you're dealing with somebody here where something might have happened. But was it a one-off? Let's see. What's coming towards my Pisces, please? The surprise for Pisces that they don't see coming their way. Interesting. Did not see that happening. Guys, you're making some sort of bittersweet decision, like a sacrifice. What do I mean by sacrifice? I don't know. You stay with a toxic person, but you stay with him because you don't want to be single. Or you stay with him because you're afraid you won't find somebody else. I'm not saying that's you. I'm just giving you an example as what I mean by Five of Swords. Five of Swords is you're going to have this fight with your friends. You will argue it to its death and to its bones. And maybe you are right in your argument, Pisces, but at what cost? Do you lose the friends? Is it worth it? Is it worth winning the argument at the cost of having this friendship? That's the sacrifices it's talking about. You can't have all five swords. You can only carry two, maybe three at best. They weigh 50 pounds each. You have to leave two behind. What's the thing you're going to leave in order to move forward with what you want? It's asking for a sacrifice. The Fool, Aries energy. You're going to take a leap of faith and a risk. All right? And you're going to do this without having something lined up. So you are going to risk something without having something lined up because you feel so strongly about something, Pisces. But the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck is not, it's not stable. It's casual. It's in. It's out. It's not crossing your T's, not dotting your I's. It's like you go to party and you leave. You don't stay to clean up. Somebody asks you to help them at work. You help them. You do that one thing and you leave. You don't even check or follow up to see if it's right or wrong. Maybe this is about an affair. Maybe this is about a passionate new beginning. I just want you to be safe, Pisces, because I see this casual thing, having a passionate beginning and being honest and putting your cards on the table, but then leading to pain. Hearing the sad truth and then mentally disengaging and then seeing something here for unrequited love. Those are the blocks, obstacles, and issues. But after that, I guess, let's not go too far because then we're going down like into November. Let's deal with the third week of October so we know what the hell we're doing this week. What is the advice here? Sometimes it's funny, like when I do readings for people, private readings, you know, they'll want to know what's going on 6 months, 7 months down the road. But sometimes it's important to see what we're doing week to week, that we, you know, how you got to that point in 6 months, because you might feel different. Like today versus what you're going to be doing 6 months from now, you're going to be feeling very differently. And why? It's because of the stuff you've been doing week to week. So it's good to have weekly readings like this, not private. What's the advice, please? Privates are good to check in like once or twice a year. Maybe every 4 months. King of Cups. King of Cups tells me that there's a water sign here like yourselves, or they're very watery. In what regard? You guys are very emotionally mature. You're very emotionally put together. You can have those difficult conversations and not run away. You will work it out, right? There is somebody like that here for you in your advice position. But I also see lovers. Lovers is not your boyfriend or your girlfriend. They're not your husband or your wife. They're in the gray. They're probably in the shadows too. All right? So it's probably because you don't know what to do with them, or someone's married, or someone has another relationship going on, or you just met. Whatever it is, you're not out and about. But it's a choice. Despite your odds, do you get together? Season or a reason, guys. Lesson or a blessing, or both. You have to decide, because I see you're about to stress. We're going to clarify these and see what's going on. I'm very curious to know why this other individual, because you have now two people in your reading, one over here and one over here, why they're in your advice. Outcome, please. I'm starting to suspect that the universe wants you to shift in partnerships within a relationship, because you had an ending to a commitment, or you will, an ending to a marriage or a relationship. There it is. Scorpio, Taurus energy, by the way. I see all of water. I see all of fire. Yes. And the devil. This is not something we can sleep with at night. This is bad. Whether you're doing it, they're doing, or you're allowing it to happen to you, it doesn't matter. any way, shape, or form where this person is making you think or feel negatively or insecurely, or whether they're a narcissist or someone toxic and they're bringing this environment, or something toxic is in between you two because you keep repeating a pattern, needs to snap. And that's at the outcome. And you're having an ending with a commitment there. Let's start clarifying these for Pisces, please. Whew. What is the Knight of Cups, Justice, and the Knight of Pentacles, please? The King of Swords and the Two of Swords. And there's a lot of swords. Just kidding. Not kidding. Guys, can I show you something interesting? And this is why I use 2 decks. It's because I like to know that Spirit is doubling down my messages. I'm on the right track. I'm reading for the right person. Whoever's tuning in and this is resonating with. Death is here. Okay, and this is another deck I'm using versus this deck. As you begin your reading with death, you are ending it. Because obviously, you know, the planets and the stars, they shift, but not that fast. So weekly readings, they will resonate. It's just showing me the nuanced detail of what you're doing within this week to shift away. It's like whatever you had eclipsed in September, you molded it over, you sat on it, you thought about it, and here it is. Today we've arrived to something that has ended, right? Because death is at the bottom of the deck. But over here, it seems like you're torn with yet another king, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. If they're not that, they're just somebody very cerebral, fair, balanced, honest, also upright. You're dealing with people in their own element, Pisces, regardless who you are in a relationship with. They're available as kings, right? They're a good frequency, but something between the two of you is wrong. Something is off. And it's not necessarily because you're both bad people. It's just, it is what it is. You could be just different people, right? But I see you over here trying to choose between two. Torn, struggling. And here's the other individual. And now that individual's in their head. So over here, you're having a heart-to-heart conversation. Maybe it's about closure. Maybe you want to finalize your divorce or finalize, your commitment to each other. Maybe it's over. And you're doing it slowly, cautiously. But there's an ending, make no mistake. Well, what is the King of Wands and the Chariot, please? Please clarify this for me. The Two of Pentacles. You're weighing your pros and cons regarding somebody who's very much also available to you, very fiery, attractive. But this person is on some sort of weird mission, like they're working, like this is a worker bee. And not necessarily like that's their thing. It's just where they are today. They're on some sort of an agenda. They have a mission to complete and they're working on it, and you're weighing your pros and cons regarding them. The thing about Chariot, and again, this could be you with that energy, just focused on something regardless of the positive or the negative. The thing about being in the state of affairs of the Chariot, it's when you take control of your life, right? And you say to yourself, this is my focus, this is my agenda, this is what I want out of my life, and you just go on it regardless who's coming at you or around you or near you or wants the betterment of you or even something terrible from you. It's that. It's being on a train, right? And the next stop is whenever the next stop is. But in between stops, you'll see shit outside the windows, right? Whether it's good or bad, you're not stopping. You're going to the next stop. And that's that. And that's what's also happening with this individual. And I think you're weighing your pros and cons regarding them. Pisces, what is the Fool? Aries energy there. And the Five of Swords. I have the Three of Swords, somebody that broke your heart, but now you're trying to heal. I think that's the sacrifice you're making. The sacrifice I think you're making is in order for you to have the stability you want, Pisces, because I think that's your agenda, that's your focus, you're willing to let certain parties go. All right, because before you were torn between people, and now you're like, fuck it, I don't care. I'll just leave. I'll have nothing lined up. That'll be my sacrifice because I need to heal. Remember I told you can only carry 3 or 2 swords? You're carrying 2 swords. You're removing the 3 so you can heal. There they are. What is the King of Cups? Please clarify. I'm sorry if this video is late. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I was very sick. Sometimes I get these like horrible migraines, and I think it's sometimes when I overdo so many readings, I'll have a sick day. So I'm delayed by a day. Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands. Well, this is fantastic. And I hope you see it that way too, Pisces. Because I swear to God, I'm saying this to you as your older sister, your friend at the end of your couch, whoever. This is going to be some tough love because it is love. Because I personally, and this is for me personally, as my legacy, what I leave behind as me, Irene the reader, that I want people to move on with their lives, the betterment of your lives, right? And sometimes that means tough love. In your advice, you have this person here, male, female, whatever their pronoun is. They are emotionally available for you. They want to be with you. This is going to be new love. It's going to be a fresh new start in love. This is not a wand. This is not a sword. This is a heart. This is somebody coming with pure heart intentions. This is a gift from God. When I see an ace in the advice, you better go for this, Pisces, or I'm going to kill you. But I'm happy to see, or I hope you're doing this. You're curious where this could go with this individual here. And if you're not, get curious. Because the ultimate card anybody would ever want in a tarot reading is the Sun. That is the happiest card in the deck. There is nothing here to rationalize. This person who's like you, emotionally mature, emotionally available, they are here vibing with the same frequency as you. This is going to be a new person. Take this, be curious where this could lead, because this could lead to something very fruitful, very positive. Because this other shit that's dying off and ending, this is your justice, this person. All right. Now let me see this, this Hierophant and Death. And I know you got a little luck on your side right now, Pisces, and this is it. This is what it looks like. Universe is like, please take this blessing, please. We're trying to get rid of something else that doesn't belong to you because that other person needs life lessons. You don't got to be there for that, and you don't got to be the teacher either. What is the Hierophant and Death, please? Which is Taurus energy and Scorpio over there. This is somebody interesting. You have to make a judgment call on that because there is an ending to a commitment there. Guys, commitment, if it's not marriage or a relationship, it is career. It is a job. It is a friendship. It's something big that you had committed to and it's over, right? However, you wanting to find your stability is being offered something solid, brand new. I don't know if this is a new job for you guys or a solid new start to a relationship. But it's about your stability, right? I don't know if you were hoping to have a new start with that, but it's saying you actually have to make a decision because these are ghosts coming out of your closet, okay? These are skeletons coming out of the coffins. You got to nail the coffin down. You're going to get stuck. And then you're going to miss out on the opportunity that the universe is trying to give you. You need to clear your energy, your plate, your situation, your, what's it called, 3D shit needs to go away because what's in the 5D wants to come down into the, and out into your 3D world. All right. What are we reading in the extended? I don't know if there's a subscription for you guys. So we have extended, which is like a single purchase. Subscriptions is your sign only monthly. All access, yes. This will be in the all access pass. Let's get dinner. Pisces, please. So all access is you have access to every sign. Subscription is your sign only, and you can buy a one-off in the extended. The extended, we go into your person that you're thinking about, what they're going to do, what they're feeling, how, all that, and we clarify this too, which is retreat. You're taking a step back. I mean, clearly something's ending, so you're pushing it back. You're retreating. You're taking 2 steps back, probably to mull this over. But I'm going to tell you, intuitively, I'm feeling the other person has already pulled away. They've pulled the wagon. But we'll see, because we're going to deep dive on this in the extended reading. And then whoever you're going to be thinking about, we're going to see their actions and their feelings and all that kind of stuff. Last but not least, what else do we want to read? Spiritual as F, or take this with a grain of salt, guys. These cards, spiritual as fuck. There's usually a grain of truth in it. So let's just go with that. Anything else for Pisces? Anything else for Pisces? No, that was it. Let's see what you got, guys. Quit dimming your light for people with shitty ass mindsets. I love this. You've got that dream, huh? That thing you think you maybe could do, but it's maybe too big, maybe too much of a long shot. Maybe you'll look stupid trying to do it. Do it. Seriously, think about lying on your deathbed saying, I never went for it because I was too afraid what Susan would say and if she would talk shit about me. Susan talks shit about you anyway, so go do it. Then go and do it bigger and say, look at me, Susan. Huh, how you like them apples? Just kidding. All right, guys, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Everybody else, I'll see you over extended. And those of you who aren't doing extended, I'll see you next week.